Internets, what's up? B. Austin, Hot Block Commander, War Room Sports here. A General's Thoughts. It's June 3rd, 2020, headed towards summer. COVID 19 is in full effect. The world is watching the United States as people riot over the death of another unarmed black man at the hands of law enforcement. Reoccurring thing and theme, cause and effect. Hashtag cause and effect. Have you ever been in a situation where someone has really wronged you or done something, just something terrible to you, right? The person knows that they're out of pocket, completely in the wrong. And so rather than acknowledge it, discuss it, face the emotional and spiritual consequences that come through you, the person that was wronged, they buy you something, a gift. It may be something you need, it may be something you want. Um, you accept it. You accept it. You may not be in a position to turn it down, particularly if it is indeed a need of yours, right? So this person, let's assume that they're very close to you. You're linked. You could be family. You could be dating. You could be in an unhealthy relationship, and that's the reason you're so close. But for whatever reason, you guys are in bed together. Pun intended. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever it is, you're tight, inseparable, regardless of the fact that this person wronged you. And over time, that person's behavior doesn't necessarily change. Attitude doesn't change. Remorse, maybe they're remorseful. You don't know. In their own time, they may want to change. Who knows? The reality is you cannot deal with a person's intentions oftentimes. You can only deal with their actions and how those actions come to bear on your relationship and in your life. Cause and effect. So now time passes. This person is continually exhibiting negative, dare I say, nefarious behavior towards you. But instead of talking about it, instead of apologizing, it's almost like the, um, I don't know, the father who is mistreating his children, or the abusive husband or wife, or should I say abusive spouse towards the other spouse, and it's constant. It's wearing on your soul. The person's apology is not an apology at all. It's essentially buying your silence or buying your cooperation in continuing that relationship. Cause and effect. Now, the effect is you're down on yourself. You're certainly down on that person. You resent the relationship. You may even come to hate that person. However, the fact that they are still sustaining you, buying you essentially, cause and effect. This is the African American community's relationship with the United States of America at large. We're here. We're not going anywhere. 400 plus years of mistreatment. And in 2020, you can go to university, you can educate yourself, you can amass some wealth, you can make it, you can live the quote unquote American dream in a consumerist society. You can buy what you want, you work hard for it, But if you go outside, you can still be judged, juried, and executed in some cases because you're black. You're an African American. Lynching still exists. Now, for me, and many, many, many others like me, I live with this in the context of having children. What do, what do I say to my son? How do I explain Trayvon Martin, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, and the countless others? Hell, we can go back to Amado Diallo. What words do I find to teach my daughter about institutional racism, systemic bigotry, white supremacy, which, to be quite honest, folks, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, but it's the underlying theme and current of American culture: white supremacy, institutional racism, systemic bigotry. It shows up in our legislature, it shows up law enforcement, it shows up in our culture, it shows up everywhere. So now, if you're silent or quiet about police brutality and police murder of unarmed black people, but you're loud about looting and rioting, I think we know where you stand. I think we understand what's important to you and what's not important to you. I don't have any answers, but I do know that the cause is what should be focused on and not the effect. The effect is misguided, voiceless youth running around here burning shit down, maybe turning shit over, or hell, it could be, as reports state, it could be the new world order facilitating anarchy because of, and we can entertain all of those thoughts. But for me, being an 80s baby, black man in America, 18% of the population, probably a little less, I see myself in George Floyd. I see my son and daughter. I see my wife. Continues to happen. Colin Kaepernick kneels. What's the cause? No, 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 no. Some in America point at the effect. He knelt. And then in misguided fare, say he's disrespecting the flag and disrespecting our service. Civil disobedience is the highest form of patriotism. This country was allegedly formed on that. Interesting times, folks. Cause and effect. I want to have a discussion about the cause. I'm not too keen on talking about the effect. We're marching, we're protesting, we're rioting. In this America, things will go back to normal. You will go to your job, you will work, you will live your life, and this will happen again. Cause and effect. Fuck the effects until you acknowledge the cause, address the cause, work to change the cause, the effects are almost immaterial. Rest in peace to George Floyd. God bless and keep his family. Sincerest condolences from War Room Sports, from myself, from my family, to the Floyd family. Condolences and respects to all of those who have lost their lives at the hands of brutality and injustice. Cause and effect. God bless.